Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Well, as you can see, we have the point glued together, and I have to admit, I made a mistake. I can't believe I did this, but I forgot to put the wax paper in the jig, and consequently the squeeze out that came out of the tip up here ended up gluing the top of the guitar here, the tip, to the jig. So I had to sacrifice the jig and cut it away, so I'm going to have to make another one. So maybe when I do that, that's another video that I can show you how you make that jig. But anyway, we've got it all glued in place. We've got the block at the neck in here, we've got the tail block, and it fits the form just perfectly. So we're good to go. Now, what I need to do at this point is I need to lower all the sides. This is the front, and the back is here. Okay, I just had this flat on the bench, and that's why it's flat here, but I have another reason. And so today's little tip or trick that I learned from my mentor was to take a pencil, and I've got 3 pieces of wood that are exactly the same size, same height as the tip of the pencil, the point on the pencil. So what we're going to do today is we are going to scribe here what we need to cut away in order to give us the radius, because remember, this is the top. The radius goes like this, and it also comes out and back and forth like that. So we're going to do that, and these blocks are going to help us do that. So here's what we do. We're going to set that down here. This is the radius dish that we use for the front and the back. Now, I take one of these blocks and I set it up underneath the front, and I set this one at the back. Now I'm going to move this because I'd like them pretty much about the same distance from the edge of this to the edge of the one at the back. That's pretty good. Now, what I have here again is a white pencil. It's taped to the top of the block, and the tip of this white pencil is going to line up exactly with the top of the block. So here's what we do. We just simply scribe around here. My hands. Now that's all there is to it. It's not dead accurate, okay? There's another jig. I know, I got a million jigs, and I'm going to show you that and how we're going to get all of that nice and even. We're going to drive the bus and do the sanding, and we're going to make that all beautiful. But I've got the back marked down now, and I've got the top marked. And what we'll do next is I will put some bracing in between the guitar frame here. I will brace it from here to here, and from here to here, and then back and forth. And that will hold this nice and secure in the frame. So once that is like that, then what that does is it gives me the ability to take my plane and run around the edge and bring it down to the line or close to the line, and then we're going to sand it to get it right to the line, and then we'll put the linings in. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now this is worth its weight in gold, because it gives you the same curvature that you've got here on the top, and this is a 28-foot curvature, so it's perfect for this, because this just simply follows this line all the way around here. It just works. That's all there is to it. Well, that's it for this video. I know it's a short one, but it's an important one. So you're going to see me do some planing here, and maybe we'll get started in just a minute or two and see how we make out. What do you say? Shall we give that a shot? All right, let's do it. So as you can see here, what I've got is the brace coming across here. I've got a brace going across here and one coming lengthwise, and that makes this totally secure everywhere. It doesn't move at all. So now what I'm going to be able to do is plane this side down here and this side until we get it nice and even for the front of the guitar. This is where the top is going to be, right? So I'm going to, in order to make sure that I've got this nice and secure, what I will actually do is take a few clamps and clamp this to the bench. So let's do that, and we'll make this nice and secure. So that it doesn't move on us. Everything is nice and tight and secure all the way around. And so here's what we do in order to start to plane. Now, I've got a little bit of a lip in here. So the first thing that you're going to do with that lip is you will take a chisel and you will just gently cut away this corner. So we're going to cut right into here. And I'm just going to nip away a little bit on this, because when I'm coming with the plane, I don't want to run the plane in here and hit this and knock this crazy. And I take my time doing this. Well, you can get the idea of what I'm doing here, so that I'm not going to hit either side and do any damage, because in the end, I'm going to run the router through here anyway and sand this. So I'll show you another little trick that we're going to come up with. Now all I'm going to do here is just take the plane and run it around until we bring it down to the white line that we've got here. Okay, there's an interesting thing. Notice how this broke away? This is because the grain, I'm going to have to, in this area, come this way. And I can see that's a mixed grain in here. So I'm going to have to be very careful how we do that. I'll come to that a little later. So it's going to take a little bit of time in order to get this all down and nice and level all the way around. I am going to use the saw on the point to take off a little bit of the point, because remember, we've got that filler piece that holds the two pieces together, the two sides together. So we're not going to chisel that or plane it. We're just going to sand that eventually. So that's all there is to it. So that's it for this video. It's time for me to head up and get a cup of tea. Thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate you being here. Bye for now.